If I offered you 1.2 mil and all you had to do was eat a 50-year-old taco for the rest of your life, would you do it?
People just love to romanticize being a pretty woman, that life comes so easy for you and you get everything in life that you want, which you certainly can, but it can also be a very lonely life. And also, when I'm saying a pretty girl, an attractive person, I'm not only talking about the outside, I'm talking about the inside, how your soul is, how you treat other people. All of these things contribute to being a pretty woman. I want to do a video talking about it and why I think it's really hard for anybody that's attractive, for that matter, to make good relationships. It is very hard, especially in female friendships, to find a good connection that doesn't see you as competition. Naturally, when you're an attractive or pretty woman, your confidence is higher up there. You have a better sense of self compared to most other people. And that can attract some really insecure types of people into your life. When those insecure people come into your life, they try to latch off of that. Whether that's in the form of competition, just trying to one-up you, and even imitating you for that matter. Not only for the sole purpose of being attractive, but if you're also an attractive person that has a good heart, a good soul, you're a nice person, you have a high sense of self and confidence, that is intimidating to a lot of people, and a lot of people can grow jealous of that and hate you for it. Our boundaries can be so high, our expectations can be so high that we just don't foresee the point of letting people into our lives that don't meet those expectations. You're not alone. Pretty women are the most lonely. It has nothing to do with the outside. It also has to do with the inside. But if you have both, live a very good life, and everything that you give out to the world will come back to you. So.
Men are aware that pretty privilege can bring a lot of entitlement along with it, and honestly, no one wants that.
As a photographer who specializes in intimate weddings, courthouse and elopements, engagements, couples photos, anniversaries, that type of stuff, I can see when a man is like checked out. There is no connection there. It's like God has literally given me eyes to see true godly love versus worldly lust or loathe or whatever you want to call it, because it ain't love. But I can see when that man he do not want to be there. He do not like the woman. None of her jokes are funny to him. Nothing that she or the kids do is impressive to him. Like, I can clearly see when these men are unhappy. And then it be like engagement photos. Like, y'all not even married yet, and this man like this? Sis. I see a lot, and man, it's just so much that we as women don't see when we so focused on trying to get a man to stay, trying to have a just have a man just to say you got a man, and you already seen the signs, and you think like having a baby gonna make him change. You think getting a ring gonna make him change, marrying him gonna make him change, moving in with him gonna make him change. It's not. It don't work like that at all. A lot of these men be like walking demons in a meat suit. So narcissistic, and you can see it in their eyes, in the photos, like, and I'm like, if we don't focus on loving us first, we miss out on so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much that God want to reveal to us. Like, our discernment have to be sharpened before we get into a relationship. You need discernment to be able to see the enemy. And a lot of us, okay, I'm saying us because I've been in a situation, married my enemy twice, but a lot of us will literally be sleeping with our own enemies. because we don't know the difference between good and evil. Like, in the back of my mind, I just be like, dang, I hope she wake up and see it. Dang, I hope she see it one day. And I know somebody was probably like that with me. Shoot, it was people in my first marriage. It was people that knew I was being cheated on, but they still smiled in my face. Still pretended to be my friend, even after the divorce. It's people that literally waited to the end of the marriage when I was going through the divorce to tell me stuff that was going on when I was married. But that's another story for another day, child. And as a photographer, like specializing in these areas, marriage, couples, weddings, and all that stuff, I see it. And it's very noticeable. But it's not noticeable to somebody that is in the situation and somebody that is not moving with discernment. So I say all that to say, love yourself first, ladies. If you single right now, baby, enjoy your singleness. Get to know God, get to know yourself, love on you, and build your mindset, right? Build structure in your life. Build with God. Build that solid foundation so that when a man does come, you'll be able to know if it's from God or if it's a decoy, a counterfeit, a demon in a meat suit. That's it. I love you.
The moment a man expresses he's unhappy, it's go find your true soulmate. But somehow, they still stick around.
Yes, being too pretty leads to loneliness. That's just the cards that's going to have to be dealt. You want to know why? Because when you are too pretty, a lot of other human beings don't look at you as a real person. They don't look at you as a real person. You're not human to them. You're an it. You're an it to them. You're a toy to them. So they're never going to be real with you because you don't look real. As a beautiful woman, you have to be isolated. You have to be mean. And you have to be very selective with who you let in your life. Now, let me explain all three. First of all, if you don't isolate yourself, they're going to isolate you for you. Okay? Unattractive people or people who are less attractive than you, they love feeling like they got rid of you. Even if you are around a group and you did nothing to them and you was nice or whatever, I bet you at least 3 females in that group is going to go and tell the person, oh, I don't really like her. I don't really like her. She just brings bad energy, and you did not a fucking thing to them. When I say you have to be mean, not mean, but you have to be mean, but not mean. I don't know how other way to explain it, but I'm going to say, okay, you have to be stern. You can't be too friendly. You cannot be too friendly because they're going to try to get close to you to take something. It's very rare that a woman is trying to get close to another beautiful woman and it's genuine or she has good intentions. It's always cruel intentions. Y'all didn't see that movie Cruel Intentions? There's a lot of truth to that movie. A lot of females are very, very evil when it comes to a woman who is too pretty. Okay? What was the last thing I said? Selective. You have to be very selective with who you bring around you when you are a very beautiful woman. Your closest friends when you are a very beautiful woman is always going to end up being a man. It's always going to end up being men. And guess what? Your male friends are always going to be more loyal than women. But it's gonna come to a point where they're probably gonna turn on you for a piece of pussy. That might happen because you're not giving them any, and there's gonna be a woman who wants to give them some of that, and she's gonna see you, the friend, and even if she knows you're not fucking them, it's not, oh, she's jealous. Da, 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 da. Some of them are not even like that. They're going to want to get close to you, and you're not gonna let that happen because you're not supposed to. And when they see can't get close to you, they're going to complain to him about you. And now you can't come out with them anymore, or this and this and that, or whatever the case may be. So now you're back to square one, back to your lonely circle, your lonely little, when I say circle, I'm talking about the circle you're sitting in, not a circle of friends. Anyway, another thing people love to do to very beautiful women, they don't really like you having fun with them. They want to keep you not as far as possible, but they want to keep you far but still close enough to watch you and look at you and admire you. But they don't want to see you smiling and laughing with them. Another thing somebody told me to do when people hate on me, but we cannot do that. Somebody told me, well, not somebody, a couple of people told me, when you see somebody jealous of you and giving you really dirty looks, you go up to them and speak to them and be nice to them, and you break through that. No, the fuck you cannot do that. Only men can do that, because most men don't hate on other men for their looks. It's rare. They hate on them for what they have. And even if they are hating on them for what they have, it's easier for a man to break through jealousy and just be their friend and become cool with them. I try to do that, I think, like once. We cannot do that shit. As a very beautiful woman, you cannot see a group of women hating on you and you go into that gap and hi, da, da, da. No matter how nice you're being to them, they're still going to be uncomfortable. Like, I've seen it. I'm not being vain. I'm not being shallow, but y'all don't understand how powerful good looks are. I'm not saying it is. There's people's actions are telling me that. The way people fucking lose their mind and go fucking bonkers when I step in the room is fucking outrageous. Also, as a beautiful woman, you cannot let nobody touch you. Women come up to you like, hi, oh. That's their way of breaking you down. Sometimes they just want to, you probably have better skin than them because they probably got adult acne, or their skin is just fucked up and you got better skin, you're naturally pretty, better hair or something. They probably wearing those stupid ass lace fronts and fucking snatching their whole fucking hairline off, so they don't got a hairline anymore, you still got one, so they want to look for a reason to fucking touch you. And that's their way. I can't say humbling, not their way of humbling you, it's another word. It's kind of their way of taking away your power. Your power is you. Your power is your body. Your power is yourself. Once they start touching you too much, they're getting too comfortable with you. Don't you, as a very beautiful woman, that's another thing. You cannot let nobody get comfortable with you. You not sliding on my motherfucking ice. You not skating on my shit. No, the fuck you're not. Anything you say to me, I'm questioning. Not, I can't say that. Don't be like that. But don't think you're getting away with saying anything slick to me. Don't think you're getting away with saying anything funny. I'm sorry, what happened? What did you say? What does that mean? Oh, okay. The loneliness you're enduring is protection. Trust me. Your real friends are coming. Your real friend is coming. I don't care how lonely you are. I'm telling you, it is protection. Then you have women that only want to get close to you and befriend you because you are who they want to be. You are who they want to be. And I already explained this in my other video, but it's a certain energy they come with, is a certain vibe they come with, and you can just feel it. You can just feel it. You don't have to sit there and let them get close to you, and then all of a sudden you've seen everything they did, and now you got another story for TikTok. I already know right away. All the stories I have is from back before. I don't think I'm ever gonna have another story about that. When I was younger, I was not as wise as I am now. Till this day, right? When I was younger, there was a girl who lived across the street from me. I already told the story. She started trying to be like me when I was 15. When I was 15, y'all know this girl was 19 going on 20, or she was 20. To this day, she wants to be like me. To this day, she copies everything. I put her on blast millions of times. The shit went viral like fucking 10 times. Everybody's saying the same thing. Like, you could tell it's obvious that she's trying to be like you, and she's still doing it. Like, she's not embarrassed. She blatantly started to try to be like me when I was 15. A couple of years later, she wanted to be my friend. Because she was so blatant about it, I knew to stay away from her. But it wasn't because I was so smart and so wise at the time, because I wasn't. It was only because she showed me so much that she was obsessed with me. She showed me so much that she admired me too much. She showed me so much that she looked up to me. Oh, looking up to you. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. In my mind, I'm thinking like, it's just her. It's just the crazy one. Even though when I was in high school, I had about 50 bitches copying everything I did. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh, that's only happening right now because we're all stuck in the same building. Like, once I go out in the real world, that's not going to happen. Psych! When you are too pretty, most women are going to look up to you. Even if you don't got shit, you dumb, da-da-da. Just because you have a nice face, a nice body, and some nice clothes, they're going to look up to you. Anyway, till this day, like I said, till this day, this girl is crazy over me, want to be me, all of that. That's most women who try to get close to you when you are too pretty. And there's different levels of being pretty. If you are pretty like me, and I'm not saying I'm the prettiest girl in the world or anything, but there's different levels. If you have my type of beauty where people think you're a motherfucking celebrity, everywhere you fucking go, and that shit's fucking annoying, you can't trust anybody if you look like that. Most women, especially females, are going to look up to you. Now, like I was saying, your real friend, you know what's a good friend for someone who looks like us? A corporate woman, an older corporate woman. She doesn't have to be older, but most of the time she will be older. A corporate woman who has her career, a nice car, she owns her home, she's pretty, she already knows who she is. So when those type of women become your friend, those are the friendships that are going to be genuine. Those little ghetto girls is not your friends. Those little bitches who's looking for a man to take care of them, which is nothing wrong with that. A man should take care of you. But the ones who don't really have nothing, looking for a man to take care of them, they all tatted up. Which there are some corporate women who have tattoos, but they're small and you can't see them. Them bitches with them big tattoos and they gather, those will never be your real fucking friends. They want to be you, not be your friend. And females who look up to you, that's very dangerous. You cannot hang out with no bitch that is looking up to you. So yes, you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be lonely at your job. You're gonna be lonely everywhere. You have to keep yourself busy. Don't let that get to you. Don't go crazy and depressed. Because I'm not saying she's crazy and depressed, but I've seen women try to make friends, and I could tell it's because they're lonely and they're so pretty and it's getting to them. Y'all need to watch that Dorothy Dandruff movie, by the way. But anyway, that's just how it's going to be, and you just have to calculate it and be strategic with it and just know how to deal with it. That's it.
This feels like more gaslighting. When someone thinks their beauty makes them superior, they forget that attitude and energy matter way more than appearance.
You have blown your youth. You spent the years between 18 and 35 doing whatever the hell you chose to do. No heat, no judgment. But you blew your youth. When your counterparts who were looking to marry up and marry well were getting married their junior and senior year in college, the first and second year after college, they were married at 22 and 23, and you were laughing at those white girls and those Asian girls getting married at 22, 23. You get married after college, that's too young. We need to go on girls trips and having our best life and hot girl summer and all this other bullshit. Now, they're 10 years into their marriage, 3 kids deep, and their husband's a VP of marketing somewhere. And while you still got you and your cats are living in a loft downtown, driving your BMW in a middling career. You ain't on no career track. You blew your youth. You blew your youth. You can't get that back. You don't have time to play any more games. You don't have another 10 years to try to figure this shit out. You'll be 50. You don't have time to keep playing games.
A lot of poor choices in youth lead to regret later, yet somehow men still get blamed for the outcome.
I watch these videos from women that come across my For You page. I'm like, a lot of you are going to have to settle like greatly. Now, even beyond the point of debating whether or not men should be providers, like let's just say I agree, like men should be providers, right? The life that you want provided for you, only so many men can do that. Clearly, I crunched the life out of these numbers, yo. I'm talking about living in a house, shopping trips, paying for all the food, nice, nice clothes, stuff like that. I factored in stuff like, you being attracted to them. That's like 0.8%. You know what I didn't even factor in? Height. So it's like if you want a man over 6 foot, you're going to have to go for like 0.14% of 0.08%. Then remember, they're going to have to be attracted to you, which I'm not even going to do it. Let's just assume you're like the most beautiful woman in the world. Then factor in like, oh, they got to treat you right, be emotionally intelligent. It's probably like less than 0.01. These odds are not looking good. And I feel like anytime a man says this, like people are like, oh no, he's trying to like lower women's standards so we date him. Look, I'm in a relationship, okay? So I don't need any of that. What I'm saying is like now we talk about, ooh, there's a male loneliness epidemic that no men actually care about. I think maybe in like 10 to 20 years, I think there's going to be a woman's loneliness epidemic, like on a very serious note. Based off what you're saying, like assuming that you're not just like lying on the internet, then being completely different in real life. Because again, in real life, I've never really ran into women who are like super into having a provider or anything like that. Just going off the internet, like bro, a lot of you are going to be disappointed because mind you, a lot of you like these men also have to be attracted to you. You know what I mean? I made a video on my backup account about it. Like it's not looking good.
A single 6-foot guy making $100K between 21 and 50 in the US is extremely rare. It's not called settling when they're younger, but later it becomes figuring out what they value, right when options start shrinking.
I think women's greatest fear is being alone, not being with the wrong person. And our greatest fear is being with the wrong person. But the tricky thing is that women, because they're so afraid of being alone, I think a lot of them, they end up being with guys they don't really like. And that's what I think this like ick red flag culture is. When you're with someone you don't like, everything about them is irritating. You just hate the guy you're with, but you're terrified of being alone.
It's not loneliness that worries them. It's the idea of paying their own bills and funding their lifestyle.
Subscribe to Alpha Intent and let us know if you enjoy our content, or share your story so we can keep our alpha males aware and informed.